Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Tuesday, October the 10th, 2023. Tuesday, October the 10th. Well, Audra follows Kyle to the coffee house after the reception. And she's like, fancy meeting you here. And he's like, really? Fancy meeting me here? You followed me here. Just point blank, you followed me here. And she looked at him. So what if I did? Or she may have said, I have to admit I did because we didn't get a chance to talk at the reception. You were so busy. Just wanted to see you. And he goes, okay, for what? So my whole thing is, girl, you stood there in that corner the whole reception, never speaking to Kyle. For one thing, Kyle didn't invite you to the wedding, and you lied when Nikki came up because Nikki came up to her yesterday on yesterday's episode and said, what are you doing here? And she goes, I know you weren't invited. She says, Kyle invited me. I have to admit, Mrs. Newman, you were right. He is having a hard time letting go. And she goes, by the fact that you showed up here, that means you're having a hard time too. And she goes, uh, um, Audra goes, perhaps I am. And what did she say? Is there a problem? Or, and there's going to be a problem. Like if you don't back off. I think she said, is there a problem? I really, really do. Can't remember exactly what, and it, or I have a problem, because Nikki says, what? Because she's like, I have a problem with that. Audra did. Like, oh no, I'm not letting you push me around on my, for something that's my personal life, really. And Nikki was just like, and I'm thinking, that's right, Audra. I don't like you from you. However, Nikki can't do that. That's a good lawsuit. Wrongful termination. Let her fire you. That's a wrongful termination lawsuit. Michael Baldwin should advise Nikki against that. You know, one thing though I noticed, and I put this in my notes. Have you all noticed, really, especially starting the last 2 weeks, they put a lot of flashback scenes, like filling up time with us watching the person in color, thinking of the flashback behind them. Now, mind you, the flashback could have only been an hour ago. And I'm thinking, why are they doing that? Yesterday, why do we need all that? We remember what happened, period. But they're filling time, not having to write the full amount of time, which is interesting. Well, it's not that interesting, so stop it, right? Stop it. Make flashbacks be when we really need a flashback, not every episode. Well, what flashback we gonna do in tomorrow's episode, y'all? Oh, this gonna make a great flashback for tomorrow. No, come on now. That's exactly what they're doing. Um, so Audra says, I missed you. And he goes, you did not have a problem firing me. As a matter of fact, you made it like, look, we're done. Don't even speak to me. You mean Nikki Newman made me fire you? Nikki Newman. So next thing we know, of course, we knew it because Kyle is Kyle. They are hitting the sheets at the GCAC. And then they're doing pillow talk. And boy, is Audra, somehow she turned it into what's Kyle gonna do next? Does he have any irons in the fire? And he goes, yeah, maybe word on the street is Billy might be out. And I'm sure I'll get that position. And then she started putting seeds of doubt as if he would get the position. She goes, don't you think your mother would take that position? And he goes, no, my mother is underqualified for that at all. She's never handled anything of that magnitude of responsibility. He says, and I had that role, right? And I did very well. Just another opportunity came up with Marquetti. So she goes, yeah, but I'm just saying that doesn't mean he's going to give it. I'm thinking, why did Tucker tell her to put seeds of doubt? I don't know. I don't know what I, because I started fast forwarding Tucker and Audra. So maybe he said he wants to use Kyle as a, I don't know. But Audra does not have a problem going through with it. And Kyle don't have a problem talk, right? So now Devon comes into the GCAC, finds Tucker at the bar because he's looking for Tucker, and starts talking to him. Says, "Listen, I want to know if what you said at the Abbott house about this is just a gift of peace. You were being sincere. You don't want to fight anymore. You're not interested in their company." He goes, "I meant every word of it, Devon." He goes, mm. He goes, "Why is it you have a hard time believing when I say something?" And Devon looked at him. He goes, "Oh, I would like to believe you, but what you say and what you actually do are usually two separate things." So I happen to know that from experience. And then he looked at Tucker and he said, "So what do you and Mamie have going on?" He goes, "What's up with you and Mamie?" He goes, "Excuse me, who?" He goes, "Oh, my great aunt Mamie Johnson." He goes, "I saw the look you gave her and I saw the look she gave you." And he goes, "Look? What look?" He goes, "Oh no, Tucker." He goes, "I see you're not going to tell me the truth. I see that." He says, "Oh, you and Aunt Mamie know each other. And now I'm trying to figure out what's going on." Because all of a sudden she's now a silent owner in Chancellor Winters. You know, all of a sudden he goes, "It's just so coincidental. First you came to town after Jabot, then you snuck Audra in to do something with Chancellor, but that fell apart. And then you and Ashley working together building a company that fell apart." He says, "You're up to something, Tucker. And I hope that I can believe you. I hope, but we'll see." Right? Devon's like, "We'll see." And guess what? He's right. Tucker is up to something on all fronts. He's up to something. And what I never understand, Tucker does what he wants to do. He's gonna try to do this dirt that he's planning, but I don't think it'll execute. And then in the end, he'll say, "Devon, I made a mistake. I can change. I just want to build a relationship with you and my grandson. You know what? I don't know why I fell back into bad habits. I don't know why I lied to you for the 100th time, but I'm just saying, I, I really mean it this time. You don't believe me? Well, I don't know why you don't believe me." Come on, Tucker. Nobody ever believes you. Period. Which is why Jack told Tracy and Billy to get rid of that gift, the box. Throw the box in the trash that Tucker gave him. He says, "I don't even want nothing that man gives me in this house." And Billy it just got to him. It just got to him. It just got. And Tracy's like, "Let's take it in the trash, like Jack. Put it in the trash, like Jack asked." So Billy picks it up, takes 2 steps. "No, I can't." Puts it back down, reads the card, pulls it out. It's a little cute bonsai tree, nice and full, thick leaves on the top. And I said, "You guys better leaf search that thing." Because the first thing that came to my mind, everybody, the first thing is there's a listening device. I'm thinking there has to be a listening device because the tree was too thick on the top. And I thought, okay, we got some kind of gravel there in the bottom. They have plenty of space. Nobody just gives a bonsai tree because that bonsai is going to let Tucker keep a bird's eye on them, right? So anyway, then at the end, oh, Heather comes. She's a little fidgety, almost like a schoolgirl with a crush, not knowing how to talk to a boy, right? She left Lucy with Paul and Christine. She's just closing up. She's closing up. She ended up telling him because him hot around, wanted to see how he felt if she moved to town, her and Lucy. And he's like, "You guys, that would make me so happy." I would love to be this close to Lucy. She goes, because I do want you to be close. And she goes, but I didn't know how you might feel about it. She goes, no, please. I'd be able to see you every day, see Lucy every day. It would be like we're a family. And she goes, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you feel that way, because I was really worried. I didn't know how you would feel. And I'm thinking, see, wait a minute, Heather, your feelings and your emotions, you're talking about something a whole lot different, but you're being vague about it because you want to try to lead him to it. When he said, she goes, I'm so happy to hear that that's what you want, like us to be be close and be like a family. And I thought, oh yeah, they giving Lily the boot. Probably when Lily is ready to go on maternity leave, it'll be because she catches Daniel and Heather in the sack. Watch. And then she's gonna have to leave for a minute to go clear her head. And that's when she's gonna be on maternity leave. But anyway, he's so happy. So they walk downstairs, and she goes, I'm gonna have a bite to dinner. Would you like to join me? And he goes, oh, I already have dinner plans, but you know what? How about tomorrow? Let's have drinks. And she says, oh, okay, because she has to wrap up two of her pro bono cases she needs to deal with. And then she's going back to Portugal, but she already told them she was closing up shop. She's just got to pack up all her stuff and pack up Lucy's stuff and, physically move them. Now, mind you, Paul moved to Portugal. But like they said last week, he asked Christine to come to Portugal. So she's gone to Portugal to see if she and Paul could work things out. And watch, Heather and Lucy going to come back. Paul and Christine are going to come back. We just won't see Paul. Because when was the last time we saw Paul? And he lived right there in Genoa City forever. And when they want Christine to be on hiatus, we don't see Christine for a year or so. So they could be right there in town and we not see them till next year. That's the way it goes in soap opera land. So Daniel also said, I will work on getting Lucy enrolled in school. So when you return, everything will be set. So that is it, everybody. There's nothing else that was really worthwhile. This is going to be a very, very slow week. But that's the daily recap for The Young and the Restless. No comments from Comic Corner. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap.